Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for video number 7. Today I'm in an abandoned shack in the middle of nowhere. This is just actually a house that's opposite the Woofer house where me and my Nakama are staying. Um, I might have to record like 2 videos for this because there's been a lot of stuff, a lot of things to talk about, and I'll start off by saying it's been absolutely awesome. Uh, I'll start from where I left off last time. I got the Shinkansen on the 10th, which was pretty uneventful. It reminded me of being on a plane at the Shinkansen. Very, very fast, overhead lockers, very, very clean, and yeah, not at all like taking a train in the UK. Uh, so not much to talk about there. Not hugely exciting, and if you've got the option, I'd recommend you take cheaper transport unless you're in a real hurry. But good to have the experience. Uh, yeah. Right now I'm in Minamata, and we're kind of like up in the mountains, up in the middle of like a bunch of forests, and it's pretty much the most beautiful place I've ever been to in my entire life. I mean, probably not everyone is as crazy about forests as I am, uh, so you won't get the awesomeness that I do. So I'm just trying to find a way to adjust this chair so it's not such a pain to look into the camera. Anyway, it's fucking beautiful. Uh, and there were 3 other woofers here. There's now only 2 because one of them has left today, which is real sad because, we were like a tight group. And yeah, I got there on the first day and there were only 2 woofers there. And one's from Japan, one's from Hong Kong. And super, super, super awesome people. Uh, Basically, we're doing like for the most part kind of like farm work, animals. I'm in a real mess here. I apologize. It's been far too long since I recorded that last video. That's why I kind of forced myself to record this one. I mean, it's been so busy. I've been having so much fun that I kind of didn't want to. Didn't want to take the time out, but I knew if I waited any longer, I'd just forget loads of shit, and I don't want to forget this shit because it has been awesome. So yeah, on the first day, 2 other woofers there, and one arrived a little later on. He's Italian, so 2 ladies and 2 dudes, and myself included. I'm a dude, by the way. Who knew? And first thing I set to is trying to chop wood, and I discovered I'm terrible at chopping wood. Like I've gotten more of a knack for it now, but maybe it's to do with my complete lack of balance. But yeah, I cannot chop wood for shit. And the first thing we kind of saw majorly on the first day was a pig getting killed because one of the other wolves was like, you want to come? We're gonna go like see a pig getting caught or something. There's like a pig in the woods." And I was like, because there's like basically uh the Italian wolfer, he speaks good English and good Japanese. I'm the only one out of all of us who does not speak good Japanese. So yeah, and my Japanese lessons, I've kind of been slacking on that. I've been trying to do them, and I've done them like half of the days I've been here. But I've been learning loads of Japanese anyway, just from speaking to people. But I still do not know as much as everyone else. And the Japanese woman, she only speaks very, very little English, like about as much English as I speak Japanese, maybe less, because I'm learning more and more Japanese from speaking mainly Japanese. Uh, and we're from Hong Kong. She speaks sort of fairly good English and like really good Japanese again. And like I said, the Italian warfare speaks good English, good Japanese, and whatever. So communication can be pretty funny sometimes. Like if the Japanese girl wanted to say something to me, like often I'd understand half of it and then have someone else sort of translate. and that wouldn't always be perfect English, so it's been pretty funny. So yeah, I didn't really know what we were going to do, and not everyone else knew exactly what we were going to do. But we went out into the woods, and there was like a pig in a cage that some woodsmen had like caught there using food. It was like headbutting the cage, like getting blood everywhere. And so they kind of got a noose around its neck and like a spear and like speared it through the heart. And it bled out and died. And we were like watching all this shit. So, I mean, it was gruesome, but I'm of the opinion that if you can't watch an animal being killed, you don't really have the right to eat meat. Like, that's how it goes. And honestly, I'd kind of rather a wild pig that's been running around in the woods gets caught and killed with an instant shot to the heart than animals getting kind of raised in really, really shitty conditions in the UK. Probably good to mention, I was a vegetarian for like 6 years at one point, and it's still something that I kind of debate with myself. So this was an interesting experience for me. We then watched this pig. They took the carcass back, burned off all the hair on its body, scraped off like all the dirt until it was like clean and white. Then like cut it apart in front of us, like pulled out the guts, cut off the head. So not something any vegetarians might want to see. But for me, it was something I kind of forced myself to watch. I don't think the girls liked it that much, but I don't think anyone liked it that much. But they watched, and credit to them, credit to everyone, especially the dudes doing the job. One second, I need to like rearrange my hair because it's fucked up. Better. This is because I'm like leaning over this laptop in order to get it to look at me properly without being super, super far away. It's kind of a pain. It's not ideal, but whatever. I kind of didn't want to record it in the house because it's a little bit weird recording your diary with everyone around watching you. I mean, I don't care if people watch it afterwards, but recording it in other people's like Nexus, other people, it just is just weird to me. So I needed to find a private place, which is why I'm in this shack opposite the Woofer house, which is filled with loads of old crap that the farmers own. Speaking of which, our host is awesome. Uh, he is constantly laughing, and they're just like really, really nice people, animal lovers. I think especially the wife is an animal lover. The first thing I did when I arrived was get taken into their house, and their daughter is staying there as well at the moment. And there's like 10 cats, and I walked in. There's like cats peering down at me, and yeah, there's loads of animals, and also they've got like 3 dogs. One of them they kind of just took on, and like one of the dogs is super super friendly, just wants all the attention constantly, or just constantly like pat at you until you stroke him. One of them is like bipolar and crazy, and will like sometimes be nice, and then sometimes like growl and bark and be like really aggressive, and will just like try to stare you down, look you in the eyes all the time. And another is like beautiful husky cross who is tied up most of the time, unfortunately, and she's the one that they kind of adopted. And this is apparently because she ate one of the chickens. But I went over and kind of hung out with her today because I don't think she gets on very well with the other dogs, and it's nice to kind of spend time with other dogs. Other dogs, it's nice to spend time with dogs when they are not the kind of dog to be like super playful, but like the dog at my last house, I think they still need a bit of. They just need someone to hang out with them, so they're at least not by themselves. And the dog definitely appreciated that because it stopped barking when I was over there, and like as soon as I left, it started barking again. And I was like, I want to stay, but got shit to do today. And there's like another dog who they don't own, like a really old dog, Hannah-chan, and she's been like following me around loads. And she's absolutely adorable. And she will like climb into my lap, as those who have my Facebook have seen. Like I've just got pictures of her sitting on my lap. She just makes herself at home. Like I don't know, the first time this happened, like she was like soaked, but I'd been wearing my work clothes all day, so I didn't really care. Like well, not my jeans, but my work trousers were so fucked anyway from the job I'd been doing, which is like the dirtiest job you can do in terms of like getting your clothes messed up. Well, maybe not the dirtiest, but uh, you will fuck up your clothes. We basically have been my host grows tea, green tea, and we take like the used or the old cut down branches, and we've just been like burning them all. We just get them all, chuck them in a fire, and use like bamboo logs to keep the fire going, because bamboo apparently has like, obviously it's got oil in it, so it burns really well. So we're just burning shitloads of branches all day, which, like I say, is really dirty, but really, really fun. I don't care that, there's loads of smoke everywhere. You'll get like smoke in your eyes and ash on your clothes. It's just really, really, really fun, and it keeps you warm as well. I'm not sure all the woofers like it as much. Certainly, I think the Italian woofer doesn't like the cold or the ash and so on, but whatever. And the rest of the time, most of what we're doing is feeding animals and sort of cleaning crap and all that kind of stuff, which I don't mind. I like looking after animals. The animals are adorable. Apart from the dogs, we've got a giant pig, some goats, and the male goats are kept separately, and they're assholes. They escaped yesterday, or was it today? Yeah, I think it was this morning they escaped. Little bastards, and they're always trying to fucking headbutt you as well. So you've got to be like real careful. They're kind of pussies. If you like poke them with a brush, or like just like sort of tap them with the brush, they'll run away as well. Like I say, assholes. The other goats aren't so bad. They're pretty adorable because there's some baby goats as well. And there's loads of chickens. I like chickens, Eddie. Um, there's like tiny, tiny baby chickens, and I love them. And as well as that, like in a separate area, like way off from the main farm, because we're like 5 minutes walk from their house where all the animals are kept. Way up there near where my host's brother lives, they've got like a load of smaller pigs as well, who just kept in this kind of enclosure, and that's like, oh, I love pigs. I love animals. You might not have noticed, and super super awesome. I'm gonna stop this video now and start recording another one because this is gonna go over. So yeah, next video.